But yeah, I don't know. What's your plans, Carlos? What you got going on? What's your dreams?
I really got no dreams. I just want to live a nice, peaceful life, and doing that now.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You want to start like a business someday or anything like that?
Not really.
No?
Kind of just chilling.
Chilling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally good with just like working at a fast food restaurant the rest of my life.
Fair. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got no. What is it? Aspirations. Sure.
It's fine. I mean, just.
I got no goals for my future.
I say just keep doing shit. Mm-hmm. You know? Learn new fucking skills. Have a good time doing it. Mm-hmm. That's always my philosophy.
Normally when something interests me, I start learning it and everything.
Yeah. Probably you want to like learn how to use guns and stuff and things like that.
I was always interested in like dangerous weapons and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are. I mean, it's fascinating. Knife fighting's fun. Yeah, I did a little bit of that. I did some sword fighting at one point.
I definitely want to learn like actual self-defense stuff.
It's fun.
I know basics, but not like actually taught, but more of like self-taught type thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always willing to roll with people and, you know, do a little jiu-jitsu if you want. I didn't learn a whole lot of Muay Thai.
I know when I was in Karn City, we actually did sparring with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
That we'd actually we'd go over to one of my friends' house that was at an apartment area, and it would just be two people against each other, and whoever can either pin the person down or beat them to submission.
Yeah.
They win.
I don't ever do striking sparring. I seldom do striking sparring just because it's really hard on your body. I've done it a couple times just because, you know, you gotta put stuff into practice, but...
It's like when you have this whole like setup in your head of how you'll fight, and then when you actually fight, it's more like a.
Well, it was two averagely trained people. I did a lot of jiu-jitsu. He was a wrestler who we both did a little bit of Muay Thai, and he did some jiu-jitsu as well. It got a little natty. I think we went a little too hard. We were the instructor was like, because I mean, we had like a mini like feud going on in the gym. My first day, he like destroyed me because he was a wrestler and he knew more. We started like within a week of each other, so like slowly we started like kind of having a little bit of a pissing contest going on.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of us missed like Muay Thai, the other would be like, "Where are we at?" And I was like, So whenever we finally got to spar, it was fun, but we kept both wanting to go for takedowns, so it was just really awkward, like... No, it was a Muay Thai sparring session, so it was like, we were supposed to be kicking and punching and stuff, and they were like, if you don't have pads on, don't kick, as me and him both, like, wallop into each other's ribs. I was just like, ow. And, like, throw a kick, and then whenever you come down, we were both about to shoot, and I'm just like, I can't shoot, man. It was just this bummer. And we sparred like 100 times fucking with jiu-jitsu alone. So it was fun getting to like actually punch him in the face. But he moved to some random state like Wisconsin or something like that. Some state that's cold as hell.
I definitely would like to do a bit of sparring just to get out of the rust and everything, because when I was in Karn City, I was going crazy on like workouts and sparring and stuff.
It's fun.
It's like my friends ended up getting me into like the whole like push-ups and just like doing all this different workout and stuff, and then we'd spar with each other. So I felt like I was like burning a lot. I was losing a lot of fat when I was over there.
Yeah, try doing some freaking bodybuilding and. Okay.
It's not really bodybuilding I want to do. It's more of strength training I'd rather do.
Powerlifting. Working out is just working out. You're getting stronger, you're getting healthier. That's the entire point of it. Mm-hmm. Just improving yourself.
It's definitely helpful when you have to lift heavy couches.
Indeed.
Heavy couches.
I always appreciate it when I do that. It's like I get into my session. I'm actually finally getting back into my session of push-ups and sit-ups and stuff in my room, and when I was moving the couches, I didn't realize how light it was. It was actually quite crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, is it really light or did I just get stronger? Oh no. But it's helpful. It doesn't hurt as much as it used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would be interested in doing actually more like workout training and stuff if I was with someone.
Yeah, like I said, I tell everyone, try something out, you know, like just if you have any interest in like self-defense, do some jiu-jitsu. If you have any interest in like getting stronger, try some powerlifting or bodybuilding. People have a weird misconception that bodybuilding is not getting stronger, you get stronger. Like it's inevitable. You're lifting heavy things, so you will be stronger. Mm-hmm. It's just inevitable.
I don't know why anybody would not think that bodybuilding would not make you stronger.
Right, I know. It's a weird thing.
That just seems completely backwards.
It just changes the format of the workout. It's the same freaking workout.
It's funny because I'm bodybuilding all the time because I'm lifting this heavy thing over here.
I don't think it works that way, Carlos. I really don't.
I'm building my body out, you know?
Yeah, I'm building it. Yeah,
I'm trying to make it look a little more, you know. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that it's hard. It's hard, but it's usually worth it. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think anything in life that's hard is that's easy. Everything that's easy is fucking usually a waste of time. Gaming is usually a waste of time as much as anyone likes to argue differently. Yes, you can make money at it. I doubt you will.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of this. It's kind of the same thing with all of this stuff too. It's like one of those, you know, we're not doing this to make money.
No.
We're doing this because we enjoy it, and hopefully some people see it, and it gets, you know, well, at least it gets the word out to some people.
It's fun. That's what it's for.
It is. It's definitely fun.
But past that, like it's one of those things that like people expect something out of everything, and that's kind of pointless. You will be disappointed. You will not become the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the world. It's inevitable. Like, I'm sorry. You will not become the Mr. Olympia. Most people don't have the genetics for it. Whenever people are like, oh yeah, I want to be the best, it's like, yeah, that's crazy. Because guess what? Are you perfect? No, you can't be the best. Like it's that simple. Are you willing to give your soul to that one thing and
most people perfect? Aren't, but people are willing to do that.
Yeah, but guess what? You also have to be perfect. Like people,
but you won't know until you try.
Well, yeah, no, you can try. It's the rare person, like the rare Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman has near perfect genetics.
No.
The current Mr. Olympia, he has near perfect genetics.
How do you define near perfect genetics?
Near perfect means you can put on like being able to put on muscle isn't as easy as people think. So your first year, you can put up to 20 pounds of muscle. Whenever you've never worked out in your life, you can probably put up to 20 pounds of muscle. You'll never do that again in your life. Ronnie Coleman could. He could put on 5 pounds a year.
So he was just exceptional.
As far as like genetically speaking, he was the perfect specimen for that sport. Like there's a handful that are perfect specimens. They're rare. Jiu-jitsu practitioners, you have to have the endurance. You reach a level where, okay, you're really good. You know what I mean? You reach black belt. There's a step past that where your actual physique matters, your natural ability to. So you have you have a fuel tank, right? So like, I'm gonna use George St. Pierre as like an example. George St. Pierre's fuel tank is bigger than mine, just baseline. It probably always will be. I don't think I have the. My genetics are medium at best. I have okay genetics. I probably put 2 to 3 pounds of muscle a year and be pretty solid. Like I burn fat okay. I'm not. My body type is not perfect. I have a exo-endomorph. I'm an exomorph-endomorph, which means that I both hold fat but put on muscle well. I burn fat decently well, but I hold it. And where I hold it also determines that there's a lot of things. It's one of those things. I'm not a perfect specimen. Whereas I know people who are, I think it's endomorph? No, exomorph, endomorph. Whatever. Either way, they have near perfect physiques. They can put on muscle insanely fast and burn fat at the same time, like really quickly.
Yeah.
What are those?
Go ahead.
I was wondering, what are those diseases that babies are like born with, where they end up building up muscle too fast without even doing anything?
It's thyroid. Usually thyroid issues can go one of two ways. One, you either start sprouting really quickly and you get huge amounts of height. Or no, pituitary is that one. It's a pituitary gland issue. Thyroid is you put on fat and you can't get it off, like at all. They're rare. People like to be like, oh, I have a thyroid issue. You don't have a thyroid issue. You're lazy. A lot of times that's what the problem is.
It's not putting on weight, but more putting on actual muscle. Like
yeah, same thing. So whenever you're talking, if you talk height, you're talking weight. So from my understanding, people with thyroid issues, they're usually a little shorter, they're plumper. People with pituitary gland issues, they're taller and more muscular normally. It's a hormone thing. Basically, it means that they have too much testosterone naturally. But you don't just put on muscle. It doesn't just appear. So as much as people like to be like, well, he's muscular just because that's his genetics. No, that's a lot of hard work. That's thousands of hours.
Some people are naturally cut, though.
They're naturally lean. There's a difference. Yeah. So muscle you have to tear. So muscle takes work.
Okay, naturally lean then.
Yes,
I've met some guys that when they take their shirt off and they've never even been in a gym,
and they you can see, but they probably were physically more prepared, like naturally more prepared. I don't know how to put that correctly. Basically meaning you are going to put on muscle quicker than the average cat.
Some people are just genetically more predisposition towards one thing or another.
Because the fact of the matter is, steroids work. You want to know why? Because it's testosterone. You want to know why that works? Whenever you rip a muscle, it goes back a whole lot quicker whenever you're on steroids. It does not mean you don't have to rip the muscles. There is no such thing as a... So,
like, you can't just shoot up steroids and your muscles won't just inflate.
No, it means that you can go like 5 times a week, right? It's just a random number. With steroids, you can go 10 or 20. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that people just expect results from nothing. That's not how life works. And it boils down to, are you willing to put in the work? And it's for anything. It's just, people want to be jacked, and it's like, yeah, cool. They're like, can I take steroids? And it's like, you can.
Yeah, just get you there faster.
Yeah, it gets you your results quicker. So, like, the reason to use steroids is I've reached 200 pounds of pure muscle, right? I'm at 5% body fat. I can't put on anymore. My body is capped out. I can put on a pound a year, maybe. You reach a point like that where your body is like, no, I don't think you need more.
Right.
And then you say, no, we need more. And you can put on 4 pounds a year instead. It's this small... You won't notice the difference. You only notice it in maybe like your soreness. You're a little less sore. But it's...
The only way that you actually notice the difference is when someone comes up to you and be like, hey, aren't you skinnier than you were before? It's like, yeah.
It's not, yeah. It's one of those things, though. People just have a weird misconception of just working out and bodybuilding in general, powerlifting. Most people you see are on steroids. They look insane. Like, if they look unnatural, it's probably because they are. It's this... They might not be on them now. You can stop them at any time. You won't lose a bunch of muscle if you keep working out. It's just, it's pick your poison type of thing. You are, whether people like to admit it or not, you are sacrificing your life a little bit. Like, you are,
So what are some of the negative side effects of the steroids?
Negative side effects, if
Besides
you use...
the obvious, like, balls pulling back up in your body.
That's actually not as common as you think.
energy.
Yeah, no, that's actually not a thing as much as people think. That's, like, extreme uses. And rare cases. And that's not the norm. The norm being...
Seriously, you should give me some steroids then.
The norm being, if you use them incorrectly, if you don't cycle correctly, if you don't do a handful of things correctly, you can have liver issues. I have known of people having liver failure or dying from liver failure. I think his name is Rich Piana. He looks insane. He looks like he's on steroids. If you want to Google him, you can. He's interesting. But there's not a whole. The sad part is there's not a whole lot of actual negative side effects of steroids. There really isn't. If you're putting in the work, you'll get results. If you're not, then you won't. It's that simple. If you're willing, like, yeah.
Said Richard what?
I think it's Rich Piana.
Oh,
P-I-E-N-A.
So the whole thing, like, you get like really aggressive and stuff.
It's rare.
That's just the person
you
themselves.
you
They're
are
just very
you are
violent.
yeah, you are susceptible to mood swings, but it's more like, oh man, I'm real sad today. Because that's usually on off cycles. If you're
I'm normally like that.
If you're on them, you will have better mood naturally. Testosterone makes you happier. Your shit will be working a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it works like any dick pill. You will be horny more often. Maybe he's not the one. I don't remember what his freaking first name is.
Oh.
Just type in steroids after.
All right, Richard what?
P-I-A.
P-I-A-N-A.
That's all you need to put in. Yeah, we don't know if he's dead or not. No one ever does. He's been dead like 3 times. Seriously. I think he died actually in 2017 recently.
Yeah, well, this one's got August.
Yeah, but
25th,
we've seen it so many times. He died in 2005, 2006, and 2007. So
Isn't it the thing?
or no, not 2007. I mean, it was like 2010, 2000 something, and then 2017. I think he's dead. Yeah, go to images real quick.
Isn't that the thing where they like dehydrate you so you can have like more formed muscles or something like that?
What?
Like when you dehydrate yourself so you can have more like formed muscles and everything, so you can actually see like a 6-pack and all that.
That is, yeah. You so before a bodybuilding competition, you will dehydrate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Before most UFC fighting, you will dehydrate yourself. To make weight.
Fighting?
UFC fighters dehydrate themselves. It's a real problem. People get down like to dangerous levels. There's been like 1 death recently from it. He doesn't do that. He's just a monster. He was on steroids for like 20 years straight.
He looks like a monster.
He is insane. He's also apparently. I mean, he was a really good dude. From my
He looks like
understanding.
he's probably a really nice guy though.
Yeah, his
What's
his
girlfriend
company,
look like?
his wife. You could probably Google, just type wife afterwards, and she'll pop up. She was pretty normal, from my understanding, as far as I remember. Yeah,
Most of them are.
yeah, she was just a normal bodybuilder. Yeah,
No, it's a
she was
normal
pretty
workout
cut. She
shit.
did some photo shoots, but she mostly looked pretty good.
Was it because I saw was it in funny videos that there's this like huge bodybuilder with a small girl right next to him,
Yeah,
being
dude.
his wife is like, oh, poor girl.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, he was apparently a really good dude. He used his company to like bring up a lot of like normal bodybuilders. He had some really good tips also on just like losing weight and stuff. But he had a YouTube channel and everything. He's mad dead though, from my understanding.
Yeah, it looks like this one's pretty much
But like, I don't know. He's like I said, he's died like 2 other times.
Yeah, but I
I think he's actually dead. Yeah,
I was gonna say, considering how long it's been, he's probably actually dead at this point.
I know, but I'm always worried because if he comes back, I'll be happy. He'll be like, my monster's here.
That's funny.
Dude, I fucking love him though. He's fucking insane. Like that physique is ridiculous.
It's like Frankenstein.
That is pretty monster, dude.
If you let me have that physique, I would definitely take it.
I wouldn't.
Really?
That's
Dude,
way
that is
too
a sexy
muscular.
physique, dude.
That's way too much.
That's too much.
Nah, dude. His arms are the size of my waist.
I'm with Carlos on that. That's
Like my torso. I bet you his arms are the size of my trunk. Dude, I wonder if they cremated him. I'd inject him straight.
I don't know where.
They tried cremating him, but it came out too tender.
Hell no, that wouldn't. No. Shit like that would come out stringy. Is what that would. When you're all muscle like that and like next to no fat content, that shit comes out stringy.
You know, it kind
That's
of
always been the joke.
Dude, I'd
kind of
main vein
remind.
him.
Huh?
I'd main vein him. Just
It kind of reminds me of when I was working at a farm in San Antonio, and they had this. They got this new rooster that was actually in one of those like cockfighting rings.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're yak, dude. They give him steroids.
So they ended up getting one of those roosters to kind of save it and everything, but then it started actually killing all the other like chickens inside the hen, inside the pen. So they ended up having to put it down. So they actually like chopped off its head, they skinned it, and they ended up actually cooking it and everything. And man, that chicken was tough.
Yeah, dude. No, my person that I know I'm not going to say who it is because that's rude. Used to do that. Used to do cockfighting. Dude, those fucking things, they train them like crazy. It's weird. It's real crazy.
Explode.
Oh, yeah, no, they teach them how to shoot correctly. They throw razor blades on them whenever they go in the ring. Yeah,
What do you mean shoot? Like we're talking with roosters.
Yes, yeah, you throw them, like you say, you take a table and you will like kind of like toss them a little bit and they'll jump out and hit. And then you like it's training the fucking chicken. It's crazy. And they shoot them with like steroids and a bunch of other shit. It's fucking great.
You know, I was training.
Never mind.
I was training for 5 years at was it cockfighting tournament. Then I realized what it was actually meant for, and I was like, shit. Well, there goes 5 years of training down the drain.
I hate you.
What wasn't funny, Kurt? What wasn't funny?
No.
Carlos's bad jokes, never without a voice. That's funny.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any questions about that stuff?
Not about bodybuilding, I don't.
Not bodybuilding?